Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports. I'm Charlie McGraw, and we are here at Memorial Field for today's boys lacrosse game between the visiting Mahopac Indians and the Mamaroneck Tigers. This is a great rivalry game as Mahopac is 6-2, Mamaroneck is 7-3, and when we get back, we'll have the opening face-off as these two teams look to square off in a non-playoff game. We'll get more to that when we get back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside cameraman Rob Moretti, and the other cameraman is Jareel Semister, and our final cameraman is Jeff Radow. I'm Charlie McGraw as the face-off will be fought for and picked up by Bobby Bizzard and the defensive captain for Mamaroneck, and they'll start with the ball. 6-2 Mahopac, 7-3 Mamaroneck teams have met in the, not last year's playoffs, but the previous 4 or 5 years. In the first couple times in the finals, one semifinal here. They shut them out in the quarters about 3 years ago. A rare lacrosse shutout, as Mamaroneck has it. No shot clock, so they can keep it as long as they please, and Will Martin will play it. And it'll be played behind the goal, Conley. As it'll be played towards the goal. The shot is, and a piece of it was the goalie, Argila, as it was shot by Ajid Zamet and wide of the goal, but backed up by the Tigers, so they'll have it here. Conley to Summer. Tim Summer plays it to, and he's backed up again by the Tigers. So that was JB Connor that missed it high and wide with a minute and a half gone by here in the first quarter. 4 12-minute quarters in lacrosse, and Mamaroneck will pick it up for their first. Mahopac, Mamaroneck loses it for the first time, and Mahopac gets the possession, and that's a clean hit. And it'll be picked up by the defense, and he'll play it to his goalie, Argila. And Argila finds 50 yards ahead to O'Brien. O'Brien has it. James O'Brien plays it. So Mahopac got it for the first time, then lost it briefly, then got it back, and the goalie Argila played it forward. And it'll be played here by Riolo. Played by Mark Carey, and they score! Mark Carey, good pass to Tommy Elliott. Tommy Elliott with the goal after the nice pass from Mark Carey, and Mahopac strikes first. So Elliott gets the perfect pass from Mark Carey, and the Pack is on the board first. 1-0 Indians. First shot on goal. As Tigers had a couple shots, but they weren't on goal. They were wide of the goal. They didn't have to be saved. And the first shot on goal is scored. Sophomore Tommy Elliott, assisted by Mark Carey. And the second face-off of the game. A false start on Mamaroneck, so it'll be Mahopac ball. As a false start by Tim Summer, and Mahopac will bring it up, looking to make it 2-0 already. As it'll be Dennis Dowd. and Dowd will play it to Elliott, and then Dowd will head to the sidelines. Elliott, they nearly lose it on the far sideline, and they do, as it is stolen away from Varsity and picked up by Mamaroneck, and then scooped up by Felix Miller. Miller has it and plays it up to Vicinelli. Vicinelli plays it by himself through the midfield, and he's at the 30-yard line, hands it off to Zamet, and Vicinelli goes on the fly out and replaced by Colin Lavin. Conley has it, he goes towards the goal, a nice shot and a good save made by Argila, as it looked like Tom Conley was going to score the first Mamaroneck goal, but it's saved, and Mahopac will get the ball again. Junior goalie Argila to Tim Sigelski, the defenseman, and he clears midfield. No penalties yet. 4 minutes, 10 seconds gone by. Mahopac leads 1-0 on the goal by Tommy Elliott, assisted by Mark Carey here in the first quarter. Stolen by Mamaroneck and J.B. Connor, and he'll bring it up for the Tigers. They'll pass to Conley. Conley falls but gets back up as the Mahopac defender goes down, and it's a goal. Tigers. As they tie it at 1, nice pass, Tom Conley to Will Martin, and the Tigers have tied it at 1. So 2 beautiful passes, one by Mark Carey and one by Tom Conley, on the 2 goals scored by Will Martin from Mamaroneck and Tommy Elliott for Mahopac. And everything, nearly the first 5 minutes, first 4 minutes and 43 seconds has been everything but advertised so far. Very good start to this game. Game that once it hit the schedule, you knew it was an automatic possibility that it could be a top game of the spring season with these 2 rivals. And it's warmer. It's not cold per se, but it's cold for April 24th. But it'll be played here. Shane Smith into Martin. Martin plays to Court Chambers. Brought in by Conley. Conley passes to Zamet, to Chambers, to Colin Lavin. And it'll be played to Will Martin, who scored Tigers' first goal, assisted by the man with the ball right now, Conley. Back to Martin, and Martin scores, catching Argila out of position, so Will Conley with the goal. Oh, Martin scored again. Conley assisted again. 2 assists for Conley, 2 goals for Will Martin, and it's 2-1 Tigers with 6, almost halfway through this first quarter. 6:18 left in this 12-minute first frame. And it'll be won by Tim Summer, as he drew it and won it. Besides the infraction, he's won all the face-offs. 2 for 3 because an infraction would count against him. There's the false start. Slow it down, they'll run a play here. Coach Jeff Barnard calls it in on the sidelines. Mahopac looking for a defensive stop here. Haven't really had the ball in their possession since a turnover about a minute after they scored the first goal of the game. Can't stop them. And that's a hit. Big hit by the Indians, Sigelski. And they can't turn it over though, wasting the big hit to Conley. Conley on the doorstep. He's looking for someone, and it was Summer. Can't handle the high pass, and it'll be brought up by the Pack. And they look to counter with a goal of their own and look to tie it at 2 with 4:45 left in this first quarter. Far sideline, that's Mark Carey. Passing behind the goal to Ryan Dugan. Towards the goal, the shot is defended by and saved by Sam Giroux, his first save, although it looked like that shot would have went wide. But Giroux gets it and they're able to counter. So a save for each goalie now. And that is scored by the Ahed Zamet. Ahed Zamet, did not see who assisted. Might have been, I think, unassisted. Picked up and a goal by Ahed Zamet, and it's 3-1. 3 straight goals for the Tigers. They lead with 4:04 left in the first quarter. And it'll be a big face-off as Mahopac doesn't want to trail by 3 goals. Loses face-off. And give Mamaroneck the ball the way they've been rolling. Not be good for the Indians. So we'll see here. It'll be won by Mamaroneck. Every year Mamaroneck seems to have a dominant player that's on the face-off. And this year is no different, as Tim Summers won 3 of 4 face-offs. Only one he lost, called in a false start. Actually, there's been 5 face-offs. He's won 4 of 5. It was a false start infraction. Backed up on the missed shot by Zamet, who was looking for his 2nd straight goal. And it goes to Conley, who backed it up. And he'll go in with it. He's got 2 assists. Fights off the stick, and it's saved by Mahopac's Argila. And we have a first penalty of the game. Go against Mahopac. Mahopac penalty. It'll be against John Dundon. Illegal, like illegal contact maybe. And Dundon. So Mamaroneck will have their first man advantage, as they say in lacrosse, 6-on-5. Don't call it the power play like hockey, but man advantage. As it'll be played by the Tigers here. Connor has it. Mamaroneck looking for that perfect shot. Similar to hockey, as that's what they're looking for on the power play, is the perfect shot. They don't have it. Conley in the 30-yard line. He thought about it. Passes, and a shot is wide by Will Martin, looking for the first quarter hat trick. 2:43 left. Although on that second goal, it looked like Martin might have passed it to Conley, but Rob said that Conley passed to Martin, so that was the second goal and second assist. Second goal for Will Martin, second assist for Tom Conley. Conley has it. Good save. Huge save by Mike Argila on Will Martin. Best save by far of the game. In the power play, the man advantage is over, and Martin with the scoop goal, hat trick, first half, 3 goals. for Martin. And it's 4-1 Tigers. So they trailed 1-0 to start the game. And then 4 straight. 3 by Will Martin, 1 by Ahed Zamit. And it is 4-1 Tigers. And Tim Summer will come on and look to win another face-off. 2:15 to go. In the first quarter, and it's 4-1 Mamaroneck now. Face off for Summer against Dowd. Dowd wins it, and then he gets trucked, but he gets right back up, and the official got in the way a little, but to Mahopac's advantage, Tim Sigelski picks it up, and we have a penalty against Mamaroneck, delayed penalty coming up. It's gotta be. Because, right. But where the defenders are on the side and the goalie, it's not like hockey where the goalie comes out and you can, because of the sides they're on. Mahopac has it. They pass this delayed penalty. Riola towards the net. Sam Giroux saves, and now we'll have the penalty. Man advantage coming. Penalty against Shane Smith. He'll sit out for the minute. Turned out to be almost like a 30, like a 2-minute penalty because of the time there. Although technically they weren't on the man advantage right then. 6-on-5. Mahopac will look to cut the deficit to 2 as it's currently 4-1. It's played here. Mahopac, ooh, they lost it. Andrew Riola, costly turnover. And Mamaroneck will look to kill off the penalty, and they'll cross it. Will be Max Vicinelli. Ooh. Getting through those sticks was JB Connor. Court Chambers.
Board's gonna double, you gotta get there.
30 seconds left in this first quarter. As the penalty expires, Conley's shot is saved, and that shot is wide, backed up by another save by Mike Argila. He's got 4 unofficially now. As Mahopac sends in a defender. 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Conley has it. Sideline counts down. Time left. Conley going towards the goal. He shoots and he's knocked away by Mahopac, and that'll end the first quarter with a 4-1 lead. The Tigers lead Mahopac, and we will be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside our cameraman Jeff Rado and Jareel Semister and Rob Moretti, who's also LMC Varsity Sports producer. And I'm Charlie McGraw. It's 4-1 entering the second quarter, and we have a legal play against Dennis Dowd on the face-off. So Mamaroneck will bring it up, and it'll be taken in by Shane Smith. We'll play it to Ahed Zamit. And Smith will come out, and coming in will be Lavin. It's Coach Barnard from the sidelines. We played in, intercepted, so that's a save. Mike Argila, who's kept his team in the game, has now made 5 saves. And he's bringing it all the way up here, and he nearly falls on the turf. We've seen a lot of players do that in soccer, soccer, lacrosse, field hockey, slipping and falling on this turf as Argila nearly fell. It didn't cause a turnover, but his pass after that definitely rattled him a little, nearly falling, because he then threw a pass that just missed his man, and they turned it over. And now Mamaroneck can bring it back, but Argila got back in the goal in time, and he's in position here as Pack can't let any more goals go by as they trail 4-1. And it'll be a nice block. That is a block by Tim Sigelski. Stole it off. And it'll be, doesn't reach Sam Giroux as it's brought up by Mamaroneck, Bobby Bizzard. And nice interception again. Give another save to Mike Argila as he intercepted it. As who was that? Will Martin would have had a doorstep opportunity for his 4th goal of the game on Ahed Zamet's pass, but Argila never let that happen, and he's the reason it's 4-1. As a couple plays that wasn't a direct save, but you got to give him a save because it indirectly saved a doorstep opportunity for the hottest player on the field. And Martin elbowing against Mark Carey. Nonetheless, it's a turnover against Mahopac, and it'll be brought up here by Giroux. Giroux getting a little field happy, and Giroux's got to retreat, and that's a timeout Mahopac. This was brought up by Ian Hamilton. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports as Coach Joe Busello wants to talk it over with his Indian squad here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following the timeout by Coach Joe Busello from Mahopac. Mahopac will have the ball on the Mamaroneck side of the field, and they'll bring it forward here looking to make it 4-2. They haven't scored since the first 2 minutes of the game, which was about 12, 13 minutes ago. So there's 8 minutes to go and 45 seconds to go in this first half now, as it'll be brought in by the Indians. Behind the goal, having it is Dugan. Mamaroneck's played 10 games as they're 7-3, and Mahopac has played 8 at 6-2. Good defense once again. I went off of, it's the officials will get together. That was a clear call. It should be Mahopac ball as it went off of Mamaroneck's stick. Mahopac blocked a shot, and the other official will switch the call and the correct call, and a good job by the refs to discuss it. Nice to hear the parents compliment the refs there. But that was a good job by the official on our side, the near side official near the parking lot, to tell the far official it was deflected out by Mamaroneck, and Mamaroneck didn't disagree, and it could lead to a Mahopac goal, and it does. Mahopac makes it 4-2. Mark Carey assisted by Ryan Dugan, and the Pack makes it 4-2. Goal and assist now for Mark Carey, and an assist for Ryan Dugan, as Tommy Elliott scored the first goal assisted by Carey. 6 saves for Argila, and it's 4-2 with 8:12 left. It was all because of the corrected call which was correct. As the far official saw, it was deflected off of Mamaroneck's stick. The shot was blocked off the stick of Mamaroneck and went out off of Mamaroneck, and the official thought it should be Mamaroneck's ball, and the other official told him, no, it went off of them, and it was right. And there, Summer gets another face-off draw just because losing a stick and not able to pick it up was Dowd, excuse me. Dennis Dowd. Dowd and Summer have been taking all of the face-offs for Mahopac and Mamaroneck. Another save as it's intercepted by Mike Argila. 7 saves, three times he's done that. He's bringing it all the way up. He's in on the play, and now he'll switch up with, as he brought it 50 yards up, and he'll give it off, coming off from the sideline to replace him Jack Sarfati. As going back to the goal was Mike Argila. Mahopac, 7 minutes to go in the half, looking to cut the deficit in half, make it 4-3. This is 4-2 right now. Jack Sarfati has it. Looking for a man. He passes it all the way back to Tommy Elliott, who scored the first goal of the game. Just a sophomore. Played in, bad angle, Mark Carey decides better of it. And he'll pass it out to Sarfati. Sarfati has it. Top of the front of the goal at the 30-yard line. He circles, goes towards the goal on a bad angle though, and he will pass to and the save made by Giroux on the doorstep on the point-blank shot from Tommy Elliott, looking for a second goal, picked up by Mahopac, as Giroux now has 3 saves. Go along with 2 goals allowed. It's a good save. Good hit off his the goalie mask, as that was a big hit on the far side. Taking it was Riolo. Mahopac will call another timeout, as Coach Joe Buscella doesn't want to lose the ball in that spot. So they'll slow it down. Call timeout, 4-2, 5:37 left. We'll be right back on LMC TV.
Yes.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, following the second timeout taken by Mahopac to save a possession by Coach Joe Buscella from Mahopac. And the Indians will play it with 5:15, looking to make it 4-3. It'll be picked up by Dugan, so he'll save it from going out. So it was passed to him. And it is picked up in the air by Max Vizinelli, and he'll charge towards the Mahopac goal. A pass to Conley. Conley will pass, and it'll be intercepted once again by the goalie Argila. Very aggressive playing, but he's got a couple interception saves. And he bounces it. Good pass from Argila to Riola. Technically, Argila could get the assist if Riola, because he was the last one to pass it to him. But as he has it here, looks like he's about to pass it though. With 4 minutes and 5 seconds left, as he hands it off to Elliott. Bizzard knocks it free. Knocked free again, intercepted by the Tigers and played forward. Nearly intercepted by Mark Carey, but brought up by Felix Miller. The long stick midfielder passes, and Conley wide, and it goes to Mahopac. 3:32 left in this first half. It's only been 1 goal in this second quarter. 5 goals in the first quarter, 1 by Mahopac, 4 by Mamaroneck, and now 1 in this quarter by the Indians. 3:20, they play it forward, intercepted. Conley gets it. He'll shoot, and it'll be a penalty.
Puck, go ahead, puck.
Penalty against Mahopac. Zach Puckhaber. I didn't see him in on the play though. No, yeah, he called 13, but it looked like it's a different player right there who committed it, but they gave it to him.
Maybe he was on the goalie. So
Yeah, yeah. He might have actually. It will be played by the Tigers, looking for a man advantage goal. Conley has it, passes to Martin. Martin to Conley. And the shot is scored by the Tigers, and that was Tim Summer, assisted by Ajit Zamet, who has an assist and a goal. And Tim Summer makes it 5-2 Tigers as the man advantage goal. And it's 5-2 with 2:20 to go in this first half. First goal by Mamaroneck in this second quarter. Face off is picked up by Bizzard, so another win for Tim Summer, and the Tigers will get it with 2:10 left in this half. It's going to be played here by Mamaroneck. Court Chambers hands it off to Conley. Plays it to Connor as they reel around. And it'll be off. The shot is wide, and it'll be backed up by the Tigers with 1:35 to go. Intercepted by Mahopac.
Contact in the head?
And it's intercepted right back by Mamaroneck. And a nice move there in front of the goal, and it's high. Zamid couldn't put it in off the pass. Martin. As it'll be brought in by Tom Conley. And the shot is saved. Will Martin shot saved by the goalie. 8 saves now for Mike Argila.
Go! Go, Puck! Puck, you gotta go!
Delay a game as they didn't bring it up in enough time. Did Mahopac. So it'll be a turnover to Mamaroneck as you have to cross midfield with the ball. Thinking, was it 10, 15 seconds? And they weren't able to do that. The parents knew, but they didn't do it. And a timeout first taken by Coach Barnard with 31 seconds left as Mamaroneck leads 5-2. We'll be right back, LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, final 25 seconds. And it'll be brought up by Mamaroneck following their first time out of the game. They lead 5-2. Both teams with a goal each in this second quarter. In the first quarter, Mamaroneck outscored Mahopac 4-1. 11 seconds to go. Behind the goal, Tom Conley has it. It passes to Will Martin, and Will Martin just misses it, and backed up by Cord Chambers with 5 seconds to go. Big play here is if Mamaroneck can make a 4-goal lead at the half, that's that much better than a 3-goal lead. 3 seconds left. Conley, and the shot is off the post. Will Martin, don't know if it would have counted. Might have came after the buzzer anyway. As Mahopac trails Mamaroneck 5-2 at the half. We'll be right back. LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, I'm Charlie McGraw here at Mamaroneck High School, and I think maybe the second or third face-off win by Mahopac, and coming out of the halftime whistle, but they turn it over as it's intercepted by Bobby Bizzard, and he'll bring it up for the Tigers. As Bizzard brought it up, and they handed to Chambers, who gave to Zamit, and he passes to Summer, who passed to Connor, and now Will Martin passed to Tom Conley. Back to Zamit. Connor has it from Summer. Chambers to Conley. Zamit to Chambers. Chambers shoots, and a save made. Clean save, catch Mike Argila, number 9 for Mike. Argila will pass forward to a long shot is saved by Sam. Michael Kurtelitz takes it, and it's saved by Sam Giroux, his 4th save of the game, and now the Tigers will bring it up. Quick possession. Kurtelitz got it from the goalie.
Do it again, D. Let's go, D.
Argila, and as Mamaroneck has it now. As it'll be played to Conley. Conley to Martin. Martin behind the goal, and bad angle. Save, and Mike Argila wins it.
Come on, Pack, pick it up.
It looked like Mahopac got the ball, but instead it was Will Martin winning it, as Argila was outran by Martin. Conley has it now with 2 minutes and 40 seconds gone by in the third quarter. Start of the second half here on LMC Varsity Sports. Conley, that's a penalty. Conley scores anyway, so that'll count, as there was a penalty on Joe Dalo. Contact to the head as it wrapped around him. But that's a goal anyway. Conley, his first, to go along with 2 assists. So the goal counts as they've played on, and it's 6-2 Tigers, and Dennis Dowd will take another face-off against Tim Summer.
Lot of game left, Blue. Lot of game left. Come on, Blue.
9:08 left in this third quarter here at Mamaroneck. and it's 6-2 Tigers. Face off, Summer, O'Dowd, and it goes off of Mamaroneck, and O'Dowd wins the face off, and he gets credit for face off win. And it'll be brought in here by the pack. That is Tommy Elliott, who scored the first goal of the game. Intercepted by the Tigers' Declan Harrigan. Did not see him in the first half, but playing here, and passes to Conley. Conley has Harrigan if he wants to pass back. Instead, Conley will take it behind the goal, looking for Martin, and it's intercepted as the goalie Mike Argila, just put up his stick to stop an angle, basically to screen Conley's pass, and look what he found was the ball as it went in his stick. It would have been weird that would have been bad if Argila, if he had kind of moved his stick and brought it down, and it could have went in the way he caught it. But nonetheless, Mahopac 5 seconds later turned it over, so it went right back to the Tigers, and that's a goal scored by J.B. Connor, his first of the game, and the Tigers lead 7-2 with 2 straight goals in a minute and a half here at Memorial Field. Another face-off battle between Tim Summer and Dennis Dowd. A couple of good battles, and Dowd wins it clean. He gets the better of Summer, and Summer will go to the bench. Good pass, and they lose it, and it'll go off a Mahopac. Pass was mishandled, and it'll be Mamaroneck ball on the far side of the field, and Shane Smith will bring it up for the Tigers. Passes to Giroux, who traps the little errant pass, and he throws it perfectly over James O'Brien to Declan Harrigan, who hands off to Conley, who passes to Colin Lavin, to Court Chambers. Chambers will get through the defense. Mamaroneck has this 5-goal advantage. And a goal by Martin, assisted by Chambers. And Will Martin now has 4 goals. Chambers with the assist. And Tigers lead 8-2. So 4 goals for Will Martin. Goal and 2 assists for Tom Conley. Assist for Court Chambers. 4 saves for Sam Giroux. Goal for J.B. Connor. Goal for Ajid Zamit. And an assist. And goal on a man advantage for Tim Summer. That's the 8 goals. Conley 1. Martin 4. Connor 1. Zamit 1. And Summer 8 makes the 8 Mamaroneck goals. Tigers lead 8-2 as Tommy Elliott scored, and Mark Carey has a goal and an assist for the Indians as we are halfway through this third quarter. And Mamaroneck is up 3-0 in the quarter and 5-2 for the game. Passing it. Double teams. Intercepted. Giroux. The goalie, Giroux.
You guys are all walking. Come on, boys.
As he brings it forward, a timeout taken by Coach Barnard, as he does not look too pleased with that last play. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following Coach Jeff Barnard's timeout. It'll be Mamaroneck who will maintain the possession and bring it forward here. Chambers towards the goal, stripped of it, and the Pack can't pick it up. And now it is picked up by Mahopac's Brendan Diorio, who stampedes towards the goal. Brendan Diorio has it. Foul against Mahopac, and then it'll go to the Tigers. As the two officials confer, and they switch the call, so they keep it. Coach Barnard would like an explanation from the official. That was tough. It looked like that was a tough one. Mahopac will have it. Mark Carey will bring it up with 5:05 left in this third quarter. Tommy Elliott passes James O'Brien. O'Brien loses it off his helmet, picks it up. He passes to Dugan, who has an assist. Passes to Elliott, who had the first goal of the game, and the shot is high. Backed up by, looked like it was backed up by Mahopac, but they give it to Mamaroneck. And it'll be brought up by the Tigers with 4:10 left in this third quarter. Zamid passes to Conley, who passes to Will Martin, who passes out to J.B. Connor, and with the 6-goal lead, why would Mamaroneck be in any rush or hurry? There's no shot clock in high school lacrosse. There's no time clock. Well, there's a stall clock that the refs could think, but that they could keep, but they're not coming close to it. It's not really stalling. The stall would be, they have not come close to it yet. I think the refs warn you verbally too, out loud, before that becomes a penalty or a turnover. As it's brought in here by the Tigers. Conley towards the goal, shoots, and a save made. Double-digit saves now for, actually that was, he had double digits, Argila, and Mahopac will get it. That was save number 11 by my count from Argila. A couple were interceptions and stuff, but they were hard-earned, and they'll get it forward. So it'll be brought forward here by the Indians with 2:40 to go. They look to score their first goal of the second half. They have 1 goal in each quarter. It's played here by Sarfati. And played in front of the goal. Shot can't be bounced in. And that shot is scored. So the bouncer that wound up not being a shot gets an assist, Ryan Dugan, and scored by James O'Brien, and it is 8-3 with 2:16 left. As they were able to, a doorstep goal looked like Dugan had it. Instead, he lost it in his stick and bounced out. But that bounce wound up being a pass to O'Brien, who scored. So Dugan has 2 assists. O'Brien has the 3rd goal. Kerry has a goal and assist. And Elliott has a goal and 11 saves for Mike Argila. And it's 8-3 with 2:16 left in this Class A battle. Section 1. Boys lacrosse. Rivalry game, Mahopac and Mamaroneck. Just a rivalry because of the amount of times they've met in the playoffs the last 5 years, albeit they didn't meet last year, but the 4 years before that they all met. And that looked like that could have been a penalty as Dowd got struck in the head and his helmet bounced up and down, and that's got to be something. Timeout though called. Timeout called by the Indians, as some jarring back and forth between O'Brien and Vicinelli. So timeout Mahopac, 8-3, 1:51 left. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports as the Tigers lead by 5. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, I'm Troy McGraw, and there's 1:45 left following the Mahopac timeout, first timeout of the second half. Both coaches now have taken 1 timeout in the second half. Coach Joe Busello took it for the Indians, as falling down with it was Joe Dallo. The midfielder Dallo passes to Sarfati. Sarfati plays it to Elliott. Back to Sarfati. Sarfati has it. Passes it, throws it away, and they'll lose it, and it'll go out of bounds. Turnover, Mahopac, and it'll be and he'll play it back to Giroux. And it'll be played up by the Tigers with 45 seconds.
Boys gotta play him. Happy Joe.
As it'll be played with 20 seconds. Chambers has it on the 40-yard line, and now he goes. Passes to Zamit, who loses it right in front of the official, goes around him. Nearly intercepted by Mahopac, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. 8-3 lead for Mamaroneck. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, I'm Troy McGraw, and the first matchup in the 4th quarter on the faceoff was Shane Smith and Nick Padavani, won by Shane Smith. As it'll be brought in here, Tim Summer passes to Court Chambers. Wide, backed up by Conley. Cherry picking behind the goal. With 30 seconds gone by in the 4th and final quarter. Conley towards the goal. And he's passed to Martin. Good pass from Conley to Martin. And he scores. So another goal by Will Martin, his 5th. Martin just a junior. Conley just a junior. 3 assists and a goal now for Conley. 5 goals for Will Martin. And it's 9-3 Tigers. Mahopac was impressed with that. One of the Mahopac players gave Conley a high five after that pass. Shane Smith, 2 for 2 on the face-offs, wins it, and now makes a move here. And it'll be brought up by Conley as Tigers look to score double digits, and it hits the crossbar and goes the back of the fence. So it'll be brought up by Zamit, who has a goal and an assist, and towards the goal, and Zamit will lose it, and it'll be taken up by Mahopac as Joe Dallo gets a pass from Tim Cegelski. He gets past the half midfield and looking for the defender, intercepted by Declan Harrigan. Passes to Will Martin, looking for his 6th goal of the game. Martin passes. Mahopac brings it forward. Intercepted and off of Harrigan, and it'll go to Mahopac. And it'll be played up here by Mahopac. So Mahopac will have it on the 40-yard line, and James O'Brien will bring it forward for the Indians, and it'll be a late penalty, a trip against Michael Bennett. Looked like they were not going to call it, but instead they do call a penalty on Bennett, and it'll be man advantage for Mahopac, looking to cut the deficit to 5 with 9:51 left. It'll be played forward, and looking for the doorstep and a trip right back on Mahopac. As guarding it was Declan Harrigan, drawing it, and Jack Serfati, who helped give him a hand, showing good sportsmanship. Up will be the, I guess he brought it forward. And it'll be penalty now on each team. So both teams will be a man down. But Mamaroneck will get the balls. The recent penalty just occurred on Mahopac. 9:30 left, 9-3 here on LMC Varsity Sports. It's Chambers. Conley sets a pick. Chambers towards the goal. And the man advantage is over, is coming back on the field. Will retreating back towards his goal is Mike Argila, as Bennett came back in the game from the sideline, penalty sideline, and another save by the goalie Mike Argila. He's got 12 unofficially now. all the shots Mamaroneck takes, 12 sounds just about right. He intercepts about 3 or 4 that were intended passes. And the catch on toward the goal, shot fired, bouncer scores for the Tigers. J.B. Connor with his second goal of the game, and the Tigers lead 10-3 with 8:29 left in this one, as Tigers well on their way to their 8th win of the season. As the junior, J.B. Connor with 2 goals now, and it's 10-3. And once again, we'll see Shane Smith against, I think this is Mark Carey now. This would be his first face-off. So the last 2 Nick Padavani lost. As Dennis Dow took him for the first 3 quarters against Connor. No, against Tim Summer, excuse me. Shane Smith has taken them all in this 4th quarter, and he's 3 for 3. Shane Smith, star running back on the football team, showing that aggressive running style in the winning 3 faceoffs, and he won them easy too with the 3 faceoffs he's won. As Shane, good to have somebody who can do that. 2 guys who can do that well, as Tim Summer did it well, won the majority of his in the first 3 quarters, and now Smith is that directly leads to goals on those possessions. Don't get an assist, but it's almost as good, as it's 10-3 now. Mahopac trailing, and the goalie Argila brought it up and passed to Dundon, and the defender Dundon hands off to Dugan with 8 minutes exactly remaining. And passing it was Dugan to Sarfati, and it'll be played here by Mahopac's Riolo. And be played in by Sarfati to Elliott. Elliott has it. Riolo. Mahopac looking for their 4th goal of the game. They've had a goal in each period, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. This is Mahopac, has it towards the goal. The backup goalie's Will Charla. And Patrick Sundin toss on the sidelines, maybe sub for them. This will be played towards Mahopac. Still looking for a shot on this possession. That is Corrado. Anthony Corrado just misses the goal. Backed up, and a nice save by Giroux on wide open shot taken by Tommy Elliott, looking for his 2nd goal, as it's backed up and Mahopac keeps it. But a good save by Giroux, save number 5. As Anthony Corrado had a chance to score, but just missed it. And it'll be played behind the goal here by the Indians. With it is Sarfati. Sarfati passes, thinks about passing, and brings it forward with 6 minutes exactly left in this one, and the Tigers up by a touchdown, 10-3. As they play it to Elliott, who had the Indians' first goal. He passes, and another save by Giroux. Sarfati is stopped by, for the 6th save by Sam Giroux, playing it forward, bouncing it, and can't scoop it up. And now it's picked up by Conley. Tom Conley gets hit there towards the goal. He passes, stopped by the Indians, backed up by Conley on the defenseman shot, Austin Graham. And timeout Mahopac. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. And Mamaroneck called timeout to sub goalie. Patrick Sundin gets in, replaces Giroux. Sam Giroux will finish with six saves. Unofficially, but pretty close to the 6 saves. That'll be played in. Shot save by Mike Argila. His 13th save. It'll go off of Mahopac. Another turnover. So many turnovers by Mahopac has affected them in this one. Big time. And it'll be brought in here by wow.
Come on, play the game.
Mark Carey hit Colin Lavin.
How you doing on purpose, kid? Hey, pack, relax.
Hit him with the stick in a bad spot there. First of all, the official said 5 yards, and he was like within 2 yards.
I didn't say anything about the kid smacking him in the nuts.
4:17 left. And it'll be a penalty against Mahopac, so a man advantage for the Tigers with 4:17 to go. The official said 5 yards. It was only about 2 when he hits him in the very sensitive area. Lavin will head to the sideline. That'll be a penalty as Carey. Penalty was against Carey. And it'll be a man advantage once again for the Tigers. In the 3rd or 4th of the game, they only scored 1 goal. Towards the goal, the Tigers have it. And be played here. Picked up by Jack Longer and played to Morris Jansen. Played out, passing it to Laird Crinner. Intercepted by the Indians, and they play it back to their goalie, Argila. Mike Argila, who has 13 saves, and he'll break forward and pass up to Tim Segelski. Mahopac looking for their 4th goal of the game. Offsides against Mahopac. Coach Barnard let the officials know, and they called it. And it'll be brought up here by Mamaroneck following the turnover. Connor Sundin with 2:50 left. Nice move and a goal scored by Mamaroneck. Matt Marchini. Marchini assisted by Jack Longer with 2:28 left, and the Tigers take a 11-3 lead. Matt Marchini assisted by Longer. Then the Tigers lead 8-3. As the faceoff is won by the Tigers, Austin Graham runs in. And it'll be lost by the Tigers, so Mahopac will bring it up with 2:18 to go. That one nearly went towards Rob's office windows, but just short of it. It bounced high off the grass. Stayed in there and a goal. Tigers wide open and beating the defense was Laird Crinner scoring. Connor Sundin passed it from about 20 yards away in the out of bounds play. Sundin to Laird Crinner. Does not get much easier than that as they lead 12-3 now with 2:01 left. Mamaroneck has 4 goals in the fourth quarter. Intercepted by the Tigers. And they'll bring it up looking to get a goal to increase their lead to 10. And the Tigers lose it and it'll go to Mahopac. Be dribbled, carried up by Mahopac. They've yet to shoot on Patrick Sundin. As the Tigers, with 1 minute to go, lead 12-3, and with the win, they'll improve till 2-8-3. Mahopac will fall to 6-3. Behind the goal was Anthony Corrado. Scored! Mahopac goal. Tommy Elliott. 2 goals for Elliott. And it's 12-4 with 40 seconds remaining. As Nick Padovani will take the face-off against Thomas Nochin, Thomas Nochin. And it'll be won by Mahopac and backed up there as the long stick midi Joe Dallo's shot missed. It looks like we're just gonna beat that rain. Sky is very ominous, huh, Rob? As it'll be brought in by Mahopac and picked up. Actually, just coming in the game. Actually, the goalie was Patrick Sundin. It'll be a penalty against Mamaroneck, and Mahopac will have it with 4 seconds to go. As Sundin stopped it and played it forward. And the end of the game, and Mahopac will just let the clock run out, and Mamaroneck wins 12-4. So we'll be right back with post-game interviews and analysis here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on the post-game show with Will Martin. And Will, it was a good group effort today. You guys won by 12-4, and you had 5 goals. What was the key on your goals there?
I think our offense just started clicking really well. We were working together. Tommy was doing a really good job behind the goal. It was a group effort.
And overall, you guys put in a good group effort, as you said, and they scored the first goal, and then after that, you scored 4 in a row. What was the key there?
We just thought, like, once we were going to get the ball, we had to do something with it, and we just tried to make the most of every possession.
And you and Tom Conley have very good chemistry. He assisted on a couple of your goals. What are the keys to you guys there?
We've been playing together for a long time, since like 3rd grade on travel, and I think the time playing with each other just helps a lot.
Back here in the post-game show with Coach Jeff Barnard. And Coach, when you guys play Mahopac, it's usually a very good game. Today you were able to take control early after their first goal. What was the keys?
I think we did a nice job on the offensive end, just creating, using each other, and the kids were pretty disciplined, and defensively we made some good stops, and the kids worked hard the entire game, and they're started to play a little bit better today than we did last couple games. So the result was, obviously positive. So.
And so you were pleased with your team's effort today and the way you guys executed?
Yeah, I was more pleased. We missed some shots, and that's okay, but it's really just about executing and creating, and we did a good job on that front, and also, between the lines and defensively as well.
And it seemed like they were executing the plays perfectly that you were calling in. And overall, is that a key for you guys going forward, executing your plays to perfection?
Well, yeah. It's not. It's not just. We have plays, and then we have rules, and so it's really about executing there. So it's not. Again, it's not me on this front. The kids just did a better job executing themselves, really. So it wasn't really me.
And lastly, what do you think your team needs to improve on going forward?
The trajectory needs to be upward. We need to keep getting better and better on both ends of the field, and in between. And so if we do that and stay healthy, I think we have a good shot.
All right, thanks. Back here in the post-game show as the Tigers improve to 8-3 with the win over Mahopac 12-4, and 5 goals by Will Martin, 3 assists for Tom Conley, and overall a good win for the Tigers on what's usually a tough game against Mahopac. They always play them in the playoffs and they seem to beat them, but it seems to be a lot closer than it was today, as after going behind 1-0, they scored 4 in a row to make it 4-1, and then it wasn't close after that as they went on to win 12-4. A lot of people to thank for today's telecast, including the CEO, Eric Lewis, COO, Matt Sullivan, community sports producer is Mr. Rob Moretti. For our camera crew, they were Jarrell Semister, Rob Moretti, and Jeff Rado. Once again, I'm Troy McGraw saying thanks so much for watching, and you have a great evening.